This diversity inclusion event is part of a 2-day track for our HR professionals. And so when the West Virginia Chamber decided to sit down and talk about how we could make diversity inclusion a conversation in West Virginia, we decided to make it a part of our HR conference. While you have top employers in the room, we wanted to have the diversity and inclusion conversation as well. So the HR conference is a gathering of over 200 HR professionals from around the state. They represent all employers across West Virginia. So to have this type of audience and to have this type of conversation was a wonderful thing. A lot of what Dr. Robbins can be boiled down to this is, in business we think with our minds, but with people lead with your heart. And that's really what it came down to, is caring about people, being open-minded, being accepting of others and their journey and how their journey is different from your journey, and understanding how we all get to different places in different ways, and understanding that all of those things play into how we interact with each other on a daily basis.
Evolution takes a long time if you believe in that. So we'll have this older brain that acts very quickly, that reacts, it doesn't do a lot of thinking, and it just judges automatically. But we have this thing they call modern brain that can sift through more data and go, here's some options for how I should think about these people, right? That doesn't guarantee that we're going to think correctly or evaluate them correctly, but at least it gives us options. What I ask people to do is just become more mindful in life, to pause and consider information that you have in your head, which your ancient old brain doesn't consider. A lot of people get information in their head and they assume that information turns into a skill. Information never turns into a skill until you practice it. So education is different than training, and we have to do more training. The real thing is, let's practice being open to people who are different than us. Let's practice in our world, especially our divided world today, to consider other ways of thinking, other ways of believing, and can say it's okay for me to exist, to be around, to have friends who think differently than me.
We're very appreciative of our sponsors. We could not have this event, we could not host the Dr. Robbins and our attendees today without our sponsors, so we're very appreciative for our West Virginia Chamber members that were able to make this event possible.